Hey, popcorn junkies, it's, well, is this a trailer? And if something isn't quite a trailer, should you react to it as though it's a trailer? I get a little bit kind of, I don't know, OCD about these things. I get a little bit kind of particular. It's like, but is it a trailer? And this isn't a trailer, but it's a first look or a further look or a good look at Thunderbolts, asterisk. Is it an asterisk? Or an Asterix? Is an Asterix the name of the guy who's like the guy from Gaul? Asterix. Viking? Or is it an asterisk? Anyway, this is Thunderbolts. This is the new Marvel Cinematic Universe film. We saw the teaser trailer. There were bits of it that I quite liked. There were elements of it that I quite liked. There was a sort of indie sensibility to it. And this is a 3-minute sort of more detailed look at the characters. The things I think I'm most excited about in this, that it's always about light and shade. You can't have too much of one thing because otherwise you get too much of one thing and it becomes too much of that thing. We've got Florence Pugh in here as Yelena Belova, who was, I think, at school, or she trained alongside Black Widow. We've got Sebastian Stan in there as the Winter Soldier, or Bucky Barnes as he's known. Recently, you can to be seen as playing Donald Trump in The Apprentice. Please check out our review. It's well worth checking out as a film. David Harbour's in there as Red Guardian, sort of the Russians' answer to Captain America. Wyatt Russell is in there as John Walker. And he was at one point potentially almost in the Disney Plus series, The Falcon and the Winter Soldier. He was almost going to become Captain America, wasn't he? Wyatt Russell, of course, Kurt Russell's son. Olga Kurylenko is playing Taskmaster. And also in there is Julia Louis-Dreyfus, who plays Valentina Allegra de Fontaine, who's kind of the one who pulls together this bunch of misfits. This is, I think, being billed, or the idea behind this is that this is Marvel's answer to the Suicide Squad. The sort of dark Avengers, or going on the teaser, maybe the slightly clumsy, putting one's foot in mouth Avengers. But needless to say, there's going to be a bit of comedy. But this is important for Marvel because this is essentially the next big cinematic universe film to hit the big screen since Deadpool and Wolverine. And it's got a lot of heavy lifting to do. It needs to ditch the idea that you need to have your kind of rule book and your ring bind folder and you know which phase you're in and what storyline leads where. I lost track a long time ago, and if I'm brutally honest, what with my ADHD, I never got track. I mean, as soon as it got into multiverses, I was just like, oh, this is such a crushing headache. So without further ado, let's check out Thunderbolts asterisk, or asterisk.
Oh,
Nice
America's so big. You ever drive through Oklahoma? It's so flat.
You got a convoy approaching fast. Step on it.
Come on, baby.
Okay, a bit faster, please.
Lexi!
Okay, don't worry. Engaging defensive measures.
Oh my god.
Wait, that's not supposed
Oh my god.
Move the shield!
Is that Bucky?
It's a Winter Soldier. That guy is so cool. That's what I talk about!
That's not good.
How crazy is it to think of all the monumental fights that happened exactly here where you're standing? I mean, the place wasn't cheap, but it's got good optics. Look at you. You are all so adorable.
Eat shit, Valentina.
Make up your mind.
The assignment is... Oh, wait, hang on. Assignment is complete.
What kind of super serum did you get?
I don't know, regular. Hydra.
Hydra. Oh, fancy.
Who is this old Santa?
The Red Guardian.
What?
Everyone here has done bad things. Shadow ops. Contract kills.
And you, former Red Room assassin. God only knows the blood on your hands.
Pretty ludicrous coming from the dime store Captain America.
I'll have you know I was actually the official Captain America, so...
Yeah, for like 2 seconds.
It's getting so tense in here.
Who are you?
I'm Bob.
We're just drifting. We don't have purpose. You can't escape the past.
So you can either do something about it now, or live with it forever.
So what, we all just punch and shoot?
We are the Thunderbolts!
Can't call ourselves that.
Thank God.
The Thunderbolts. It's a cool name.
Sorry, guys, I kind of got won over by that. Did you? I think what they're doing that's quite clever, they kept it... Did you know the colour palette is grey? They could have kept Marvel trying to make the Avengers funnier and funnier, and I think they ended up kind of doing that. And some would argue that characters like Thor, even Captain America and Hulk, they all became slightly caricatures of themselves. Whereas with this bunch, they're starting with them being a bit kind of arch villainy, anti-hero-y type things. And if they start at that point, they can stay at that point. I like the action. I like the kind of sense of camaraderie. I like the rapport between them all. I thought the way in which they all kind of riffed off each other was good. They look good. They look different. You feel like you're hanging out with a different band. There's clear blue water between these guys and the original Avengers. And yet there's enough there, even with like Wyatt Russell's Captain America. You know, he was Captain America for 2 minutes. There's enough back references there. You've got Ghost in there, who I thought was a brilliant villain. Where did she crop up? She cropped up somewhere before. Bob. Who the fuck's Bob? I'm sure comic aficionados will be across who Bob is, but Bob looks great. A sort of, I tell you who Bob is just one of those kind of, he's like a deadbeat kind of beach combing, beach bum kind of California spliffhead, isn't he? So I liked all of that. I like the pulling of them together. I like the kind of Americana opening of the trailer there. There's a kind of sass to it. It's not as extreme. It's almost like you could argue that Suicide Squad was trying too hard just to be as outrageous and rude as possible. I mean, I liked it. I really enjoyed it. James Gunn's The Suicide Squad. But this, I don't know, this still feels very Marvel, and they have managed to turn a corner. I do have to say, though, I think David Harbour is doing a lot of the heavy lifting in there. His straight-laced, straight down the line kind of Russian idiot is great. And I think I'm going to have a lot of fun watching him. I like that. I thought that looks great. I'm excited about a Marvel film that isn't, which is a new prospect. These are new, well, they're not all new characters, obviously, but it's a new pull together. And I like the way it was shot. I thought it was neatly covered. It still has that indie, New York indie film sensibility about it too, which I think is something I've been saying I think the superhero films need to get in there a bit, is not auteur, but just a bit grittier and real. A bit like The Boys on Amazon Prime.